Nintendo has released their latest console, the Nintendo Switch Lite, and some bad reports are coming out at the moment. Some reports about drifting. So let's talk about what we know. Now, what we do know so far is that the previous Switch, the Joy-Cons that came with that one, they had a few issues. Well, even the Joy-Cons that didn't come with that one, I suppose. Even the Joy-Con that I own, they're drifting, so it's by no means an isolated issue. This seems to be coming up a lot with these models. Now, fortunately, Nintendo, if you want to take it fortunately, they offered a free fix in the US. The rest of the world, where I'm from, they didn't, so we couldn't get it repaired for free. But if you have JoyCon Drifting in the US, you could get that repaired. Now, what's going on with the Switch Lite is something kind of similar. There are some cases of the Switch Lite drifting. There's even a video popping up at the moment, floating around, that's showing the console itself and the drift that's actually happening. So it doesn't by any means seem to be something that's fabricated. It's popping around. It's happening. So the question on everyone's mind at the moment is this a sign of things to come? The answer is yes and no. You see, the reaction may be the same. What's actually happening here is the drift, and of course, that's what happened with the previous model, so yeah, that's what's happening, it's the same thing. But the cause of that reaction, that might not be the exact same thing here. By no means do we have proof that this is not the same problem, but when it comes to new console launches of any variety, doesn't matter what, PS4, Xbox, the new thing that Apple has released, the arcade thing. Does that even have a controller? I should know more about that thing. My point here is that every new console launch has some sort of faulty units that get out. So perhaps this is just faulty units out in the wild. And it's kind of to be expected at the moment. You see, everyone is ready to jump on a drift. If I had drift myself, I would be throwing it all over the internet. That sounds really vain. The point is, there's not going to be any hiding this if there was units out there in the wild that were drifting. So we're seeing them come forward. That's why we saw this video online at the moment, and I would bet there will be more that come up. I'm still thinking there's going to be more videos, more posts about people with the same drifting issues. It's going to happen. This isn't a real tell yet though. The tell will be what happens in the future. As we've kind of seen with the previous model Switch Joy-Con things that we've talked about, is that, well, the issues really started to get worse and worse as time went on. As they got more and more worn, more and more units started to drift. So the question is, down the track, how much are we going to see this? These faulty units at launch may just be the precursor of what's to come, or it may just be some faulty units. Does that mean we should all be putting down the pitchforks and dousing the fires? Well, maybe not just yet. I think we should still be very mindful. As we've seen from a tear apart that Spawnwave did, the actual Joy-Con itself and the mechanics that have put the whole thing together, well, they're pretty much the same. So it's quite likely that we're going to see this issue arise again in the future. So be mindful. As for myself, I didn't buy a Switch Lite, but I'm not going to pretend that this wasn't the reason. Although I wouldn't blame anyone who's just waiting off, because it is a real worry. If your unit is faulty, even if you can get that fixed for free, you're going to send your whole unit away. You might lose everything that's on there, and best case scenario, you're going to be without your Switch and your games for however long it takes them to repair it. So it's kind of a big worry there. Now let me know where you sit on this. Have you had Joy-Con drifting issues like myself in the past, or have you been one of the lucky people that have had no issues at all? And also, have you thought about the Switch Lite and whether you could get drift issues with that? Let me know, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting the subscribe button and that like button. And remember, for great Nintendo entertainment, I said this last bit really weirdly, you can count on me. A wild end screen appears. Yeah, I know, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I just want to update you guys and let you know that the videos that I do by myself, they're not gone completely. In fact, I kind of plan on ramping them back up and doing them a bit more often. It's just I've been trying to get the podcast and everything going with Nat so we could have that flowing with content while I work on this stuff as well. So definitely expect more videos with just me, and still videos with me and Nat, because hey, we have fun doing that, and I figured there's more content for you guys. Anyway, thank you and bye again.